let's talk about some players who are having good seasons, and we'll term it as how come people aren't talking about these particular players. I'll start first, and let's go with Luis Arráez of the Minnesota Twins. He's hitting .354. That leads all of baseball. His on-base percentage is second in baseball behind Paul Goldschmidt. I was telling you during the break, Dero, he is a hitter from a previous generation. He's not going to hit 30 homers. He's not trying to, launch. He just gets on base, and he gives you good AB after good AB.
Robert, I was watching a game against the White Sox the other day. Lance Lynn on the mound. He was 3 for 3 before you could blink an eye, and Lance Lynn was getting so frustrated.
Yeah.
He tried every pitch to get him out, and he's just dinking and dunking him. Shooter up the middle, little jammer over to second baseman's head. He's just a throwback to a guy who works to get on base. Special.
Yeah. For me, I'd pick DJ LeMahieu. Do you know if we played a game right here, who's second on the Yankees in wins above replacement? I'd get a lot of Anthony Rizzo. I'd get some Stanton. I might get some Gleyber Torres. It's this guy. And one of the big questions in spring training to Aaron Boone was, you have all these veteran infielders. How are you going to make it work where they all get at bats? I don't know. What if you had a guy who was able to have well over 100 innings at first base, second base, and third base, play them all well, have an OPS plus of 121, and draw more walks than strikeouts? That's DJ LeMahieu.
That's a good.
And I don't think people realize how good a year he's having.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about this a little bit later, but the Yankees, listen, I know they're predicated for years past on Judge and Stanton being awesome, and they've gotten more athletic, but I still believe it's LeMahieu and Donaldson that are X factors, that are going to have to play huge factors for them in the second half.
Yeah, and Gleyber Torres.
Okay.
Also.
Okay, I'm going to stay in New York. When I first laid eyes on this guy, you talk about not judging a book by its cover. He hit a home run in a losing effort and was smiling like a kid on Christmas, and I was like, okay, I'm not buying it. Well, after meeting Brandon Nimmo, being around him, and looking at the numbers, he can play on my team anytime, okay? He has been on fire lately, 278 right there. It's not even that. He's turned himself into a very good defensive outfielder. He is infectious personality. He's got a 400 on-base percentage the last couple of years. I just think in a team littered with stars that we've wanted to fall in love with, he's like that one guy for me that he shows every day.
D-Ro, I'll tell you something. I felt the same way about him that I felt about Brett Gardner early in his career, which is I'm watching a good fourth outfielder. Bring some speed, some on-base percentage stuff. And both of them, they just keep growing on you. And then all of a sudden, both of them could play center field. And you're like, oh, there's great value. Now, Gardner could steal a base. Nimmo's fast, he can't steal a base. But you're starting to see Nimmo ambush some balls early in the account, like Gardner learned to use the short porch. I think there's 15 to 20 homer potential regularly in Nimmo now, which also changes him. I think he's one of the most fascinating guys going into the free agent market or after this season because he has leadoff skills. He has center field skills, but there's an injury history. So it's a little Buxton-like. I get a lot when he plays, but do I get enough to give him the massive contract?
And every time he gets out of his car, I know exactly what's walking in the clubhouse.
Absolutely.
He's going to post. He's going to smile.
He's going to play his butt off.
Is it crazy when you say...
He's got a good heart.
Who do we not talk about enough? The second you said that, I said Rafi Devers, even though we talked about him today.
Right. No.
And you know what's amazing?
Hitting 330.
My first guy was the guy who plays next to him, was Bogarts.
Yep.
Yeah.
Talk about putting your head down and working.
Over the last 5 years, there's 4 guys who have a 300 average, and I think you might roll off the Brantley, Freeman, Trey Turner.
Yeah.
Bogarts, he's doing it again. And he's playing well defensively at short. He always gets knocked. I think he's the most underrated player in our sport.
And 2 other guys that we have featured prominently earlier this week, Kyle Tucker and Brandon Drury. 2 guys that are also having excellent seasons. All right, we're going to